But if I was guaranteed that he wouldn't, I would get the Jamaican version of Michael Holding. Then give me the Keita Miller.
That is what I say, Guru. Yeah, make no sense to me. That's why I don't understand what it is you say.
You won't
because
get it.
The numbers there now tell no lies. Same like how you use the numbers for my arm for Steve Smith and Bryan Lara. And the numbers you use.
All right, so greetings and salutations and welcome once again to the Sports Desk. It's me alone today because, as some of you might know, it's DaCosta Cup Day. And Zidane and Sean are hearing a little Christmas thing in the background. Is the person on the other line? Anyway, yeah. So I'll be going alone. We're doing the Clarendon game. Clarendon who? Dintil? I'm not sure which game, but I'll tell you in a little while. And I think that game starts at 3 o'clock. Or at 3:30, one of those times. So either way, we'll be out here early today. So get your calls in. I know people go and call under the condolence thing, and we can't stop that. Yeah, you can't say a thing, but do no going at it too hard. Otherwise, we might not done that program. I'm telling you the truth. And then at dead here, I will play a gospel till 3:30. It's rough. It's the wickedest thing we ever have to deal with from a bar until now. And it's not like other things might not hard, but then the person who I could turn to, no matter what it get, is no longer there. I share cause the problem. It's rough. But yeah, I could go in right now. World Cup coming, I'm doing some World Cup work elsewhere and the World Cup discussions heating up. So you want to call and talk about that. You want to call and talk about Cristiano Ronaldo's behavior. Some believe him shouldn't go on with I'm going with, some saying nothing wrong. Cricket is still there. Some of the discussions that I have raised on this issue is still all over the place. And them discussion there. Some of you haven't given one of views on as the time gets closer between VCB and Sharika, who should get the Ballon d'Or. So there's a lot of things in the pipeline I can talk about. But we start. Remember, short show. We start with Prince Green. Prince Green, how you do?
And condolences to your family, you know, bossy.
I'm a boss.
Alright, cool, man. Anyway, this morning I turn on my radio and made this conversation, right? Two things that I talk about quickly because the show short. So Shy Hope is the best batsman in the West Indies.
Where you hear that? Oh, I think I know where you hear that.
Yeah, man. So, it's clicking on my head. So Shy Hope is the best batsman in the West Indies. Right?
Yeah.
And since Rakim Khan will make West Indies team, he might bat better than the best batsman in the West Indies. He's not supposed to get in the West Indies team as a batsman. We don't ignore the wickets they went take.
Is Rakim Cornwall batting better than Shy Hope since he met the team?
Oh, you mean Shy Hope average since the man met the team in 2019 at 16.06 because of the average for Shy Hope, right?
Since 2019,
they make 241 runs in 16 innings, right?
Yeah.
I never remember why I'm top score. While Rakim Cornwall at the same time there make 238 runs from 15 innings and an average 18.31 as a bowler.
Roughly the same thing.
Yeah, he averaged 2 more than him. I think he can spin the bat. I think the score quicker. Be the same as the better batsman as far as he's concerned.
Shy Hope is the best batsman in the West Indies. In one day cricket, you can't take that from him, but
I test cricket the man in that time about my boss.
Somebody said Shy Hope is with best test batsman.
So that be the man after boss. The man said about a war for about the man has to get picked.
Listen, I was elsewhere doing some World Cup shows. Which the greatest thing would happen. I don't have time to scratch my head nowadays between KLS and that place. But if somebody tells you that Shy Hope is the best test batsman, then God, man.
Yeah, man, the man said the man are better than Jeremy and Blackwood and say ignore the average and look for aesthetics. Hey, you know one thing I can't do with them money or reason sports, but we're not consistent, right? Here's the thing now, right?
Yeah.
You know one sport I'm talking about. Yeah, man, and look how the man bat and Bryan Lara the greatest because him bat and him inspire a whole heap of people and blah, 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 blah. When it comes to football and basketball and other sports, right?
Yeah.
Them come back down to the numbers. Because if I aesthetic, you look for enough, right? Messi the far ahead of all of them rest of ball in a recent time, you know, but the same set of man them will tell you say Bryan Lara the best because of how him bat, you know. I'm going to tell you say Cristiano Ronaldo better than Messi. If you look for Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi and say Cristiano Ronaldo play ball better than Messi, he's a madman. You understand? So the man them lack consistency.
Oh, right.
Anyway, for another topic, I'm touch on it quickly. Green have a headline yesterday or day before yesterday, right?
Yeah.
What them say wasteful girls, right? something about wasteful girls. You know, in a football, when you say wasteful, you know what that means. Right?
That's your goal.
All right. Would you believe there was a big firestorm over Instagram and Twitter? They are style green or style the girl them? And even when the sports people them I try to explain to them, say no, it means yeah, dash for the goal them. It means they not score the goal them. The people them never back down. They must say this the reggae girl team, and even when the people them go for headline, about 5 or 6 different headline where them have the same thing reggae boy. They must say no, this is for the team. Hey, Jamaican people would have a sports culture, and that alone use and prove so we have a sports culture. If we have a sports culture, you only have 99% of the people them, including 1 and 2 people I see over our Facebook in our sports group, them are claim to them no sports. We don't know the term wasteful meaning of football.
That's the headline. That's the headline wrong.
Them say the headline wrong because they disrespect the girl them.
Wasteful.
Why you call them wasteful? Anyway, the big up for the first man. It's better than the week. I talk about the World Cup. How it look, you know.
No man, give me a quick prediction.
Well, I not really care the team, but I expect Argentina to win it based on Brazil, based on the climate. You know, so in a recent time, right, when the World Cup keep outside Europe, the only team ever win the World Cup outside of Europe from Europe are actually Spain, you know.
Yeah, Spain
so normally a South America team win it outside of Europe, so between Brazil and Argentina and probably Spain and Portugal because they have similar climate. Well, they don't really have similar climate to Qatar, but they have hotter climate than the rest of Europe.
All right, sir.
Yeah, man.
Leave it there, sir. Oh, this Mammee Bay.
Hi.
How you doing, Mammee Bay?
I can't do it, you know.
Bless, man.
Just I get a chance. I don't know. I have my mother here for 6 years now. She gets stroke, so I know what you feel when you're that closely attached. You understand?
Oh, Lord. Mama.
Every day I have to there take care, and I look a show when me call Kaylee. Sometimes I go on the other side of the house and ask her if she know who that. She say, oh, you mean if me not know my son's voice?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And that show that keep me up, but it's so sad me not here nearly 6-7 months now, but still I go on, you know?
Yes, man.
Still a rally and I take care, so I can understand how you must be feeling now.
Yes.
Anyway, I will. We're going to come after that, because as I said, we don't want to elaborate, but condolence again, see?
Yeah.
The England side here now, the one-day side, 2020.
Yeah.
Who is the coach for the 2020? Is it Brandon, the same Brandon?
No. They have a new coach. The brother who coach the test side is not the one who coach the white ball side.
But what I'm saying, Arville, you realize from Ben Stokes took over the captaincy and the new coach, you realize the type of performance how them put down in the batting?
No, but I'm saying it's not the same coach for them white ball side.
No, but I'm getting to this now. So, is it that scenario or that type of fever rub off into the 2020 side?
No, man, but England are win them second T20 now, you know.
Oh.
They had won it before when it was in the West Indies. And they are also the one-day champions. So them white ball, they have had success in white ball before.
So let me ask, because you know, say, Captain Line has to ask a whole heap of questions, you know.
Yeah.
And this is the guru, no, sir? What? We won 2020 cricket, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I try to figure out now, so what caused us now not to even for sure a little, well, I can, even a little nose in this one. What is it that England is doing that we are not doing? Or is it selection? Is it combination of selection plus DB players? I mean, the pass grades are no longer there like the Gala. Tell me, Harvey.
It's a variety of issues, my brother. Variety of issues. One, we don't have the bowling like we used to have back then. That's one.
So what happened to the batting now?
The England won the World Cup because England were able to play different kind of cricket. Tell them, say, me Orille, Euclid, never against we tell you that. Ben Stokes in the final. You saw Ben Stokes in the final? Ben Stokes can be one of the most explosive batsmen in the world.
When him ready.
England lose 2 quick wickets. He came at 30 out of 2. He bat right till the end of the game.
So therefore,
59 from 52 from 49 ball or something like that.
So therefore, our cricketers are not thinking then, because we not tell me, say we don't have a batsman who can just, when I say wicket stumble, for example,
we are much too one-dimensional in our approach, my boy.
In other words, we are DB, we're afraid to say it, man. We're not good.
But I not. Yeah, I said no. Me telling. So what Ben Stokes did Ben Stokes did it in the tournament before. Ben Stokes make 39 without hitting no 6 and carry England home against, who was it? The game before, Sri Lanka, before the semi-finals.
Right.
The same Ben Stokes came back into the final, batted through an entire innings with 1-6 because you're chasing a relatively small score, and they have found other ways to win games. Now, this West Indies team is much too one-dimensional. We don't have the quality bowling. No more Narayan, no more Badre, no more Bravo with the ball, no more Russell when them time Russell could have let go too.
And then no, at that time Russell still didn't perform for us.
Him having moments. So two things. We're not the potent bowling attack we were. Remember, England did well for bowl out Pakistan for 130.
130.
So when I used to tell you all that our bowling in those 2 World Cups was just as important as our batting, man who don't understand the game said, England has one of the better bowling attacks in the world. Now, it probably not equal maybe for Pakistan, but in terms of the combination of batting and bowling, England deserve a win.
So all right, final question.
Yeah.
So you see any improvement in the near future for us having?
Not right.
So in other words, we cannot dark then. Say it, no man.
We cannot dark.
All right, big up yourself.
Unless we decide to do something
Big
else
up
about it.
yourself.
Put some light in the corner. Oh, we stay there now. Who we have now? Oh, we take the break. We take the break. People in the call, show short, and then we can discuss some things on the call. Yeah. All right then. We go back. Who we have now? Mount Salem. Hi, Mount Salem.
Yes, man. You have Mount Salem here.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Higgins. In all fairness to Orille Tracy, though, with what Prince was saying, he was talking about all things considered. All the formats.
Oh, all formats.
Yes. Basically, that's what we were saying. Everything considered.
All formats. The best all format batsman for West Indies now would not be Shea Hope. You'd have probably to give that to Kyle Myers.
To Kyle Myers.
If we are talking cricket,
but that can be debated though, because the reason why that can be debated, he's like above them in the one day version.
But in the other 2 versions, if you have to pick between Kyle Myers and Shea Hope in T20, you'd go for Kyle Myers, and if you'd have to pick between Kyle Myers and Shea Hope in Test cricket, you'd have to go with Kyle Myers as well.
Yes.
So
that's what I'm saying. That can be debated. While it's not a very Bramble point. What the Bramble point that I think is Bramble Higgins.
Yeah.
This Bryan Lara and Steve Smith ain't going anywhere. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Higgins. If you can scratch a 80 average and a man who is pleasing on the eye and he makes big score and world record in Test cricket, but yet still his average is 50 and yours are 80. Which one of you is a better batsman?
Batsman, I tell you, when we're discussing sports properly. This is not a rumbar. Now, as a fan, we have to talk about what we want as a fan, as opposed to what would you want as the captain of a team or as the owner of a team. Now, as a fan, as a man, we go past Savannah Park to watch cricket. I would have preferred what Zenny Fowler bat than Shivnarine Chandapal bat. You ever see Zenny Fowler bat? Zenny Fowler is one of the cleanest stroke maker in a cricket. No boss. Ask anybody we see. Don't understand me biased. But if I'm going to pick somebody to play for the West Indies, I'm going to go with Shiv. Now, as a fan, you have to think one way. As a serious cricketing analyst, you have to think another way. Now, if I pick a team, I'm Mr. Steve Smith, I'm Mr. some very classy batsmen that come through the gate, and I want one to win me a game, I pick the one where more likely to give me the most runs. No other way you can if you talk about it.
So plain and simple, Mr. Higgins, we need to ask this question.
Yeah.
And that's why people say I'm a disciple, because I have to listen to rational reasoning.
Yeah.
If I'm not talking about any fan or anything, if you're a coach and you have one place left for a batsman, and Steve Smith is coming through the door and Bryan Lara is coming through the door, which one of them are you going to pick?
But I'm saying, if you're a coach, I want is runs and wickets win cricket, So give me the man that was more likely to make more runs before people out him.
Right.
The thing simply.
Because these people
look.
Yes, and they are talking about how Shivner and Shandapal, how he scratch his runs. I don't care if he wants to scratch his runs.
But scratch runs make you win games, my boy. I would have want every batsman on the team to scratch 60 at every time them bat.
Right, because
I would have scratched out some Wally for test match wins.
Right, so if Western is going to play Australia next few weeks, Mr. Higgins, wouldn't you like our batsman there, Banner and...
I would want Banner to scratch me at 60 at average over 4 innings, my boy. That is what I would want. And right, I would want Rasta and Chase to scratch me at 64 average or a 62 average for the 4 innings. I'm going to want Craig Brathwaite to do the same. Now, Brathwaite, Banner, and who else me say? Brathwaite, Banner, whoever. Them, I don't want you to look pretty. When me I go play, you know when me want you look pretty, my boss? When I know my team I play. Them time the prettiness matter.
That's the point.
When I'm my team,
you can't come on the radio and say, you know what, Bryan Lara is the best batsman based on how he look.
No, man. Big man. I'm telling you, I stop listening to brother there. I want to think a joke. Because he does not add any value to sensible sports discussion. You want to look a bar
when he's sensible when he's ready. Man, but on this Bryan Lara point, he's very bramble.
Well, I don't know whether I'm sensible. Because when I can't listen to listen when you're a fan, you know. I mean, as a fan, you go up in the stand and you eat a hot dog and a juice and you like for some proper cricketing strokes. When you play for my team, when Mr. Banner bat, when the test start and Brathwaite a bat, I want 60 odd runs no matter how it come, rather than 40 at 50 runs.
And if you look at it, Mr. Higgins, if you look on say Michael Jordan and LeBron James, you know, those great players, you can say, you know, you can argue whether the one is better than the other. But both of them, you know, basically separate themselves from the rest. Yeah. Bryan Lara has not separated himself from the other batsmen, from the Tendukars and the Pantins and these guys of this world. So I don't know why is it automatic that Bryan Lara is the best thing that bowler cricket bat.
No, because If the most outstanding batsman in the East Test cricket, the batsman who's had the biggest impact on what people talk about. And Bryan Lara, right? One man named from Australia named Donald Bradman, my boss. Until cricket don't talk, he might go while everybody else average 50 yard and he might go average 90 yard. He's going to be the most alien-like player we ever.
Diego's going to tell you about the sample size. So
well, I don't think he's going to put... A 50 I test that. I bullet per sample that. But make leave it there, no?
Yeah, man. Leave it there. Have a good day.
All right. Who we have now? Chelsea, man. How are you doing, Chelsea, man? Hello? We have him?
I'm drop off.
Hello?
Yes, I will.
Yes.
Big lad here.
Big lad. How you doing, big lad?
Good enough.
Yes.
You finally decide your European team to make up the 7?
No, man, there are 5 European teams you have and the 2 South American teams.
Yeah, man, but you never call which 5.
All right, so England, France, Belgium, Spain, Germany.
Okay.
Am I 5 side from Europe? I mean, I carry Argentina and South America. I them 7 side of me.
Okay.
All right. May I make it 8, but it look bad.
No, man, you can't put on nothing more upon that.
Yeah, man. Am I 7 side of them in Europe?
All right. So the way I see it, I tell you already. Brazil, I see I carry it. Now gonna be a smooth sailing. But Prince Queen make like a small error, you know, because I'm say the only World Cup outside of Europe, with a European team with Spain, with South Africa.
Right.
But Germany did good on Brazil. And, you know?
Yes.
Give them 7 and then beat Argentina 1-0 in the final. So, you have to include that one too.
Okay,
but traditionally, European team do better in Europe.
Yes.
Than outside of Europe. But I'm expecting Brazil to win this one. The money, DaCosta Cup. Which match I go on now?
Oh Lord, let me tell Sean if he text my phone or send me the fixtures and then we can.
Yeah, man, I make a year what I go on because I get down to the wire now, you know.
Yeah, which the cup side you carry?
I'm a Glenmere youth, you know, traditionally, you know. So my team they have a good side, but you know. Yeah.
Well,
so Clarendon College, you know, we have some Clarendon team in the thing, so any team, if my team drop out,
Yeah.
I hope the next Pernan team could have do it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, man.
Nothing is wrong with that. May I go with that side name? The Mannings, you know?
Oh, yeah, man. I have a decent side this year.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I think you might fall a little short.
Well, we in the semi-final already, you know?
Yeah, man. That's what I say.
So, 1 year final, the other year semi-final. Even if we don't do nothing else, it shows us something go on down at the World School.
You have a good program, and I realize the Edwin Allen have a good program this year. Look like them are doing like a recruiting, you know, apart from track. And that is needed if you want to be very competitive and be up there, you know, year after year.
All right.
But we're going to leave it there to give some others a chance.
Big up yourself and a big lad.
All right. And condolences, you know. We're not going to take long with that.
All right, sir. All right. So, 3:15 with the CC and Dintil. That's the game we're doing. Who we have now? Chelsea man, no? No, it's not Chelsea man. All right, hello.
Well,
yeah.
well gone.
Not too bad enough.
Yeah, all the fort.
Yes, St. Jago.
That's good.
Just want to update all of us that I suppose most people have heard already because BBC carried it this morning, that tennis star, you know, Djokovic, that Serbian, Novak, Djokovic. Australia decided to alleviate the ban they had on him.
Which was expected.
You know, they had a visa ban because they wouldn't take the vaccine.
Right.
And it was actually a 3-year ban. Him shouldn't be able to enter the country till 2025.
Yes.
But they have alleviated the ban, so him actually to play a tournament early next year, January, I think, in Australia.
Yes.
So
you mean the Australian Open?
Yes.
Okay.
So as I said, I think it was the Australian visa policy, immigration policy, particularly with respect to COVID, you know.
Yes.
That affected the Sunshine Girls, well, causing us really to send, although we make it a sort of development thing, you know, exposing young players. But I think some players were really excluded by virtue of them not having been vaccinated, the COVID vaccine.
Yes.
So Australia ease up them requirement now. There's not the stringent requirement where you must be vaccinated.
Yes.
So you don't have to have a vaccine passport to go to Australia nowadays.
Okay.
They are gradually, you know, alleviating that measure. So maybe next time the Sunshine Girls are going to, they can, you know, even if somebody insists that they're not taking the thing, because some people really insist that they're not taking it, you know. As them say, who are take it already. So yes, nice to see that the tennis star, you know,
Djokovic. Novak Djokovic, yeah.
Yeah, that he you know, because he was stern in his way. He said that he wasn't going to vaccinate, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll have some good tennis next year from him.
Yeah, man. It was kind of a little knee-jerk thing, the whole public. But after a while, tempers come down. And, you know, the immediate thing gone. And in a way, you know, it wasn't.
Yeah, I heard the news on BBC this morning, so we just pass it on.
All right, respect.
Cool.
What do we do now? We're coming up to the break. All right, so let's just take the break. Do we have Just Bet today? I'm not sure. So let's set the break and then we'll come back on the other side. All right, so we're back and we invite your calls again. So get them in right now and I could trash out anything you want us to trash out. Call us now 876-968-8117. So that's the number to call. All right, I will bring up the argument about Steve Smith again. I don't know if you touch Steve Smith and the Bryan Lara thing. Because once you don't touch it, I gotta touch it. Why would somebody think Bryan Lara is a better batsman than Steve Smith? I don't get it. When you rate people in sports, this is why you should rate people across all sports. Which of these two people are more likely to help you to win a game? At that sports come down to who better than who no winner. So if you're comparing two players, you rate one higher. who's more likely to make you win. That's all. So the reason why you rate a bowler who take wickets at 20 over a bowler who take wickets at 30 is because you think the bowler who take wickets at 20 put your team in a better position to win. It no matter what the 30 man are doing, the 20 man you go on. That's all. That email help you to make your team win. Then why isn't that same principle for batting? If one man is scoring runs at 50 and the other man is scoring runs at 62, all of the things being equal, now the 62 man are going to get the best chance of winning the game. Steve Smith scores more centuries in less innings. In other words, his conversion rate of centuries to innings played is much better than for Bryan Lara. So which means he's more likely to score you a match winning 100 than Bryan Lara. 80 at test, 20 enough century. As opposed to Bryan, 130 at test, 30 at centuries. You do the math. So Steve Smith is more likely to convert you a century than Bryan. He's going to score more heavily than Bryan in terms of runs per inning. But you want Bryan for what? You want the man who will help your team win, man. Any other reasoning, no rumbar reasoning, man, or West Indian reasoning, or sentiment reasoning, or looks reasoning. I'm not working with that. I'm a captain picking two batsmen. But not about me as a fan. So it depends on one I look. No simple argument that, man. Yeah. All right. So Chelsea man ready for winner? Is who well?
Hello, Franko. Hello.
Oh, it's Franko. Yes,
Hello?
Franko. Yeah, man. How you do?
Yeah, man. Bless up, brother. Bless up all like good Samaritan.
Yeah, man.
World Cup thing, I tell you, you are Zilbra, you know, straight Zilbra, you know.
Who?
Where name the Samba, where we are straight to the
Brazil?
Yeah, Zilbra, me I tell you, we are Samba. We are Samba, only we can Samba. We are Samba all the way to the sixth title. Yeah, man, we are hold the trophy for the sixth time, man, Samba. Because here why? This is one of my main reasons why. From that, we confident of them player that we have championship player. The guy from Arsenal name. Same thing goes for Arsenal. Once Martinelli and what's his name? What's the other one name? I can't be in name. Slip me that. Once we have them two guys there. Saka, is it Saka?
You mean
we have two guys there.
You mean for Brazil?
No, just listen to what I'm saying. For Arsenal, Pate.
Oh, okay.
Martinelli and Pate. Once them not get injured, I'm confident Arsenal gonna lift the title. Them two guys, they have championship. Them got championship qualities in them. They spot that.
Yeah.
Same thing for Brazil now. Vinicius Jr. and the same one from Arsenal, Martinelli. Once them two guys are in the side, yo, Zilbra lifting this title for the sixth time, man. I'm telling you.
So Vinicius Jr. more important to your chances than Neymar?
Man, I wouldn't mind if Neymar wasn't in the squad, man. Please, man. I ain't trying to hear nothing about him, man.
If you were picking the team, you wouldn't have Neymar?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay.
We're talking about Zilbra, you know a baller. You know so much baller Zilbra. You don't watch our football?
Zilba? I'm not sure who's Zilba. Help me out.
Zilbra.
Philbra. I don't know who I'm
too common saying it the other way, man. I'm different like that, yo. That's what I'm calling it. Zilbra, yo. We're going to samba our way, yo, straight to the next, to our sixth cycle, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Straight up, man. Yeah, man, but DaCosta Cup are going good.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I want to say. Sean Grant, is you. I heard about y'all, the basketball game coming to Montego Bay, man. My alma mater is coming, man. Morgan State University, man, from Baltimore, man. I want to come up there and come see them boys play, yo, for real, yo. Please tell me you're broadcasting. I remember the last time you and Zidane was up there, man. You guys, man, so fantastic broadcasting the thing. And from that, I know you're good enough, Sean Grant, because from that, hear you for no commentary for basketball, and you're still so good at it. It's not a thing you do every day. You still bad like, whoa. Yeah, yo, for real. Yeah, anyway, Franko fast and best. Bless up on yourself. I like listen. I like I can't do all that. Bless up.
All right. Big up, Franko. Rooney is waiting in the wings. Rooney, how you do? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, Rooney.
You up yourself and you don't know the situation already, is it?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man. Anyways, man, you make me understand something.
Yeah.
Let's say you have to pick Steve Smith over Bryan Lara because of the numbers, right?
Because I think Steve Smith give me a better chance to win the game.
Yeah, that's how you say. I make it that and understand that.
Yeah.
So I work with that. That's more logical, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll go to books now. Alright, we'll go play for Jamaica. Who more likely to win the game? Michael Rowland or Niketa Miller?
At what level? At base power?
Jamaica we have. At Jamaica we have to play.
If it's performances for Jamaica, Niketa Miller.
And if you have a game to play for Jamaica and you see them come through the gate, who you have to pick?
Michael Rowland.
Let me understand that. That is what I want to understand when the numbers talk.
But I don't understand. But you don't understand your Rowland. I am saying
the numbers are there. You know?
The numbers are there.
Michael Rowland numbers are at what? 24. Niketa is what? 16.
No, Mike is 25.9 something. I think.
Niketa 16. Malcolm Marshall 17.
Yeah.
So we all know say it can be do.
It can do what?
Play regional cricket. I'm coining a phrase. It can be do. So we say it can be done, no boss. Say you play test cricket and you come back at regional level, you can do well.
Yes.
So you get Michael Rowland over Niketa Miller for Jamaica. If the two of them come to the gate.
No man, because I am going to think that Michael Rowland will be bowling that. Test Michael Rowland.
But he play test cricket and come back and play for Jamaica and still at 25.
Right, but so if we are
I know the test Michael Rowland a bowl. So who did a bowl for Barbados with Malcolm Marshall? And the test Malcolm Marshall did a bowl.
Yeah, because Malcolm Marshall continued to bowl as well when he play for Barbados as West Indies. Michael Rowland didn't. So
that is what I'm going to ask you now. Why would you now choose Michael Rowland to represent you for Jamaica?
Because I'm going to assume that he's going to give me the... You asked me the question, let me answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume he's going to give me the West Indian version of Michael Rowland. But if I was guaranteed that he wouldn't, I would get the Jamaican version of Michael Rowland, then give me the Niketa Miller.
That is what I say, Guru. Yeah, it makes no sense to me. That's why I don't understand what it is you are saying.
You won't
because the numbers there, now tell no lies. Same like how you use the numbers for for Steve Smith and Bryan Lara. And the numbers you use, you never assume anything, my boss. You did not assume anything. You use the numbers straight. And so this one is going to do better for you in a this.
Because I'm using the same yardstick for them too, man.
Oh, you use the same yardstick, assume nothing. You use the yardstick.
Ask me if I'm picking a Jamaican team based on Jamaican performance. Who may I pick? Maurice Foster Waveline.
No, me ask you about Niketa Miller and Mark.
But me already answered that. Let me answer that.
And that's what I say you need to explain to me. I don't get it. I don't understand it.
Rooney, I won't be able to...
You're assuming to Michael Rowland and come give you the West Indian Michael Rowland.
Yeah.
So you assume you're a selector. Don't assume anything.
No, man. Selectors,
use the numbers.
Selectors assume every time.
So selectors assume every time.
The reason why I select...
Because them assume wrong.
The reason why I select
so we can't kill selectors when them select rubbish then.
The reason
we think them select rubbish. So we don't want to hear about. Alright, sorry, my apologies.
Oh Jesus. The reason why selectors pick John Brown over Tom Stroker because they assume that John Brown are gonna do better than Tom Stroker. No other reason,
No other reason.
No.
And because John Brown numbers better.
They will use the numbers to assume. So them say because John Brown do this or have done this, we assume that down the road, John Brown is going to do this.
You use the numbers for one thing and you don't use the same numbers for use the numbers for suit you.
It not suit me.
It will suit you because the real situation is me not going to assume nothing. I'm going to pick Niketa Miller straight.
It not. No. No, it not suit.
We're not going to use Michael Rowland numbers for test cricket. Him not give it when I play for Jamaica.
No, I don't understand that.
So I'm not going to assume.
But selectors assume.
He play test cricket, him come back and him play regional cricket and him still average 25 Malcolm Marshall. So he say, yo, what? Me a class, right across the board. Me a 16, 17, me average.
If I could look in a crystal ball.
If you could, they will not use it.
Then Rooney make the two of it, man. Stop quiet,
man. Saying, stop coming to me with the if you could, if you
Rooney, are you company radio come engage me in the discussion? I know I'm talking. You can't come. Because every time you try...
If me could or if me could have said, no, I don't want you use that.
But Rooney, you have to use that depending on which criteria you use.
which criteria may I use?
Yes.
If me I pick
Rooney, if me I pick between,
and I just create me I play
if me I pick
who that likely for win.
If me I pick between, alright, give me a chance now. If me I pick between Walter Boyd and Bumpy Nelson for play for my club team, who you think me I gonna pick? If I does club performances, me I go with Bumpy Nelson. But if me I pick them based on what them do for Jamaica, me I pick Walter Boyd. Your brain can get around that understanding it? Or your brain can't function at that level?
I guess not, you understand?
No, clearly.
I guess
Let me ask you one more when we come back after the break. Hopefully you'll get it. Yeah.
Is something missing from your annual checkup? Have you had your annual eye exam?
Uno never used to pick some all-world team. Who all-world team I go play? The man them from Moon? It's in theory. Theory. That is what it is. Orille is not doing anything different when I say give me your all-time Jamaican team using them performances for Jamaica. So in the same way that an all-world team in cricket or football, name me an all-time football 11. Who them I go play? Not a God soul people. Them not going to play no body with us and name a team. That is what I'm doing as well. Name me a Jamaican team based on Jamaican performances. Those who think that is a Bramble criteria, uno slow. Or uno just, me can't help you. Alright, so yeah. I hope, do I expect her to get it now? So no won't get it. World 11s are not real games. World all-time thing and all-time things. These are not real. No such game will be played. So if you don't get it when I say an all-Jamaica team based on Jamaican performance, why are we picking that team? That team now give the best chance and Michael will in this and Michael will in that. Why do we pick a world team? Why do we pick an all-time World 11 to play against who? And why haven't I heard before now that we must not pick an all-time World 11 because it's not a real game? Me now go come off at that point there. When we say, who will make your all-time World 11? Sobers are bat 6. Maybe Greenwich and Ians are go home. Maybe Viva go come and Marshall go make the all-time World 11. Me no want to all for these years, you know, been doing it. You know, been doing wrong. Because all-time World 11 has nobody to play. Okay? Not a real game. It's a theoretical game. My theoretical Jamaican 11, I want to leave it alone. The game now for be real. Because there is no such thing. The only time all-time teams matter is when the two of them are going to play against one another. So give me an all-Manning Cup team against an all-DaCosta Cup team in the same era, same year. If it's not that, then it's just an exercise in theory. That's all it is. So give me an all-Westmoreland team against an all-Kingston team, theoretical. God, that game won't play. So those of you knocking me that, oh, this is just theory. That's what all-time teams are. Next, open a learning. Who we have now? Miss keep seeing Chelsea man up, my boss. We have him now? Or are we what we do? We take the break. Oh, we take the break. We're coming back. Yes, so the ability to reason rationally, people. It annoys me when people can't. But I suppose I have to put up with it. It's the nature of the job. Who do we have now? Chelsea man. Finally. Chelsea man, how you do?
Yeah, my boss. What's going on?
I'm here, man.
Yeah, man. Condolences, man.
Big up, my boss.
Yeah, man. Two things we have to talk about.
Yeah.
Firstly, the Brazil team, right?
Yeah.
Why everybody knocking the coach to pick Thiago Silva?
You mean
Thiago Silva are probably the top 5 defender in the Premier League right now.
I don't know that too much that they're knocking for picking Silva.
Man.
Yeah, people saying old.
Yeah, man, the man old man. Right now, if him not play for Chelsea, you know, in the back line, you know, you come like Vishaky, you know.
Yeah.
In terms of defending wise, you know.
Yeah.
The man, if you talk knock Thiago Silva, man, I understand what you call it, Danny Alves, you know, because him should not have play football.
Just brief him. Just one touch on the Bryan Lara and Steve Smith thing, you know.
Yeah.
For me, when I look on it, is that first and foremost, when I just say that Steve Smith is one of my favorite batsmen at this time.
Yeah.
Right? One of my favorite players. Look on him. For one time, he just make Australia team. Growing up watching Bryan Lara and everything, you know, I know that he was the pride and joy of West Indies cricket. He wasn't my favorite player, But at the same time, it is that when I look at it, however, I realize probably with me and you, it is that I put more emphasis, and this is in terms of sports overall, especially sports where it is that the opponents impact you, not sports like track and field and so where your opponents are impacting. Yeah. I put a high percent as it relates to, or maybe more percent than you do as it relates to the quality of your opponent. And when it is that I look at as it relates to, because me even look on the stats, I look on the stats between the both players. And in reality is that the stats are not so far off. One of the main thing that Steve Smith have is just like Steve Smith averaged like 160 against West Indies. And that is what pushed him way up above Bryan Lara in terms of average. When it's that you look at the other teams, it is that them average there and there, not too far off, right? But Steve Smith averaged 160 at average.
You know how many games?
West Indies alone.
You know how many
right?
games?
And that,
how many games did he play against West Indies?
Think about 5 or 6 or something like that.
So if you take away the games against West Indies, his average drops below for Bryan Lara. That's what you tell me.
No man. I'm not say drop below Bryan Lara only. But it is that what I'm saying, it is that his average will be a lot closer to Bryan, probably similar. Right? But what I look at as a relates for me, it is that I love to look at as a relates to your opponents, the quality of your opponents. And when I look at it, is that and I do some calculation and I look at Bryan Lara play against a Sri Lankan team when it is that they had the strongest bowling attack. Comparing to Steve Smith majority games play against Sri Lanka.
So you work
Bryan
with
Lara play against.
You work with the era argument.
No man, mean in terms of the quality.
The quality of the era.
Yeah man, your opponent.
All right, man. I work with you with the quality of the era.
Yeah man. So right. When I look at Bryan Lara,
no man, I work with you. You win me. You win the argument. You know. Quality of the era. Okay. Chris Gayle as a Jamaican batsman.
Right.
Cleveland Davidson as a Jamaican batsman. Who are you going with?
All right.
Purely
so
for playing for Jamaica.
I do not know much about Cleveland Davidson.
Cleveland Davidson played in the 80s.
Probably it's
no, man, but
like no. Delroy Morgan now.
All right, Delroy Morgan. All right. Let me ask you.
That's no question.
So Delroy Morgan is better than Chris Gayle for you?
Yeah,
strong era thing. All right, you're consistent.
Yeah, I know era alone too. And Delroy Morgan just playing a wrong era for
Delroy Morgan averaged, just for the record, Delroy Morgan averaged 27 for Jamaica. Chris Gayle averaged 40. But you see, Delroy Jago with.
Yeah, man, I think that Delroy playing a wrong thing. Stronger era, and Delroy just play in an era when time. We couldn't make question inside with.
No, man, you know, if you explain it, you know, at Delroy Morgan, a strong era thing, you think there. So, I work with you, you know. Yeah, but guess what you have to go do now? You have to go give me. Because there were some people who used to play in a Delroy Morgan time for Jamaica with do better than Delroy Morgan, you know. Niketa.
So I have to go look on them man the stats and
no, then, but I'm telling you, but listen, this is what I do. I do this for a living, yeah? I'm saying, if Delroy Morgan better than Chris Gayle because of the era argument, Delroy Morgan did I play with some other people named Niketa, you know, and Cleveland Davidson, them, you know.
Okay.
Who did used to do better than Delroy Morgan, you know. So if Delroy Morgan better than Chris Gayle, then Cleveland Davidson better than Chris Gayle too, because Cleveland Davidson did better than Delroy Morgan. Simple logic.
Yeah, man.
Delhi better than Gayle, and Cleveland Davidson do better than Delhi. That means Cleveland Davidson better than Gayle as well. Now, the logic.
Yeah, man. So it's for Jamaica, definitely.
All right. So as long some of we give says Steve Smith cannot bat like Bryan. Me give you that. Era. Yeah. But as long as you're willing to give me Niketa, Cleveland Davidson, them better than Chris Gayle for Jamaica, then we go.
Yeah, man. No problem. Right. Yeah, man.
So we even. So as of now, when we're picking an all Jamaica team, I don't want nobody put Chris Gayle ahead of Cleveland Davidson. Fair enough?
All right, sir.
All right.
Talk to the rest of man then.
All right, fair enough. Me like what brother have fear. At least a brother have fear. Proper argument.
Cool.
All right. This is how, you know, we learn. I learn from the callers when they're like, for real. So an all Jamaica team make certain Cleveland Davidson and Wayne Lewis and Delroy Morgan, the strong era man, they're ahead of Chris Gayle and Marlon, the weak era man. All right, who we have now? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Condolence, man.
Big up, sir.
Yeah, man. A coach.
Coach, where you say?
Yeah, man. You know, just get me out when they touch Lara. Yeah.
No, man, but me give Lara can't but like Steve Smith, man. Me lose that argument, they wanna kill me. You know, so me give up that little while.
What you say?
Lara cannot bat like Steve Smith. Steve Smith played.
Lara cannot bat like Steve Smith.
No. Steve Smith can't bat like Lara. The era week where Steve Smith played. Me give up that.
What me really take you on is that you say if Steve Smith and Lara come in through
no, man, me change the argument. No, I've changed it. Yes.
Okay, you're fine, no man.
But me want you, if you say Chris Gayle come through a door with Cleveland Davidson, who you work with for Jamaica?
That is not my argument, boss. Yeah, use the next man argument.
Oh, the next one. No, man, but you win the argument there, no. But hold the line. I'm coming back, coach. Coming back. So, coach, me are you upon the same wavelength now. Steve Smith can't talk to Lara. Lara make runs against better bowling. So we are work with Bryan. See?
Yeah, but you use the next argument.
No, but you win that the argument already, you know, so we can move on. But me try put in another thing now, because we done, you lose the argument. The strongest bowling attack of all time was an attack with the West Indies have. You agree?
Yeah.
With the holding and Marshall and Ghana and him friend there.
Yeah.
Now you have some people who used to do fairly well against the attack there. Man like a Graham Gooch and thing. You have to give me some Bryan can't bat like Graham Gooch them now doing. You have to give me that now doing. Stronger bowling, you know. Lara never faced no such thing in her life, you know. So although Lara would have faced the Glenn, them are the Wazim, them are the man. Lara never had to face 4 such people at any time in her life, you know. So a man we average of 40 against the attack there would have to get the edge from Bryan. Strong here at it. You get me?
But you're not remembering my argument, you know. You keep on coming with this argument. You argue with what is in front of you. I'm not come to argue that argument.
No, but you say if you say Bryan.
The argument that I'm arguing with you is that you said that you would choose Steve Smith over Bryan Lara.
And you say you would choose. And you say you would choose Bryan. Based on what?
I'm taking on.
Based on what you that choose? Based on what you that choose?
The reason why you choose Steve Smith is because Steve Smith average more than Lara.
Not just more, man. Significantly more. It's not just, and him score more centuries. His conversion rate of centuries per innings better than for Bryan as well. So he's more likely to give me runs over a 5 test series than Bryan. You get me? Him gone. I wonder if I dead, the phone dead. Or the man just conveniently take what himself. Me give no Bryan over Steve Smith. Because Bryan faced the better bowling. Me give no that. But talk to me about Graham Gooch now. Talk to me about Mike Gatting them now and Moinda Amana them who used to do well against West Indies in the 80s. Even if the average 1-5 or 1-10 less, you know. Then the strong ego argument now have to work against Bryan now. So no, Bryan, can't talk to Steve Smith. Stronger here. Give me Gooch them with that for about Mikey and Marshall them. And if I argue, so we good, you know. So Bryan over Steve Smith, but Gooch over Bryan. Bryan over Steve Smith, but Cleveland Davidson over Chris Gayle. Because the same era was strong, you know. When Niketa Miller never did a play in the strong era, you know. Because Mikey had a man. Mikey playing at the strong era. Well, so did Cleveland Davidson. Same time them in the 80s then. And Cleveland scratch a 30 at average for Jamaica. Chris Gayle scratch a 40 at average for Jamaica. Then who do better for Jamaica? Now the strong era Cleveland Davidson. So the argument of irrational all the way across. See it? Hello?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Who did?
Yeah, I just get cut off. Coach, and I just get cut off.
Oh, yes, coach. You have a next minute or two.
Yeah, man. What I was saying is that average can be misleading.
Oh, yeah.
So, for instance, a player who bats in the middle order versus a player who bats little down the order. That player can not out more than.
All right. Me agree. Me agree. So on what basis do you choose Bryan over Steve Smith? You may work with him.
Because Lara scored at a faster rate.
Oh, Lara scored faster.
Yeah, Yeah, Steve Smith would give a team more advantage of drawing.
All right, so make we work. All right, make we work with the fast. All right, no, but me I can work with the fast. Me I work with the faster. They hear me now, man.
Yeah.
Me I work with the faster rate. Chris Gayle scored faster than Bryan and them played in the same time. So you have to go give me Bryan over Lara as well to win. Because you now work with average. You work with faster scoring. Now Bryan and Chris Gayle would have played pretty much at the same time for enough of them games.
Yeah, that can be debated too.
So you hold on. Because me I work with the rational man them like you. You are saying don't look at the averages. Look at the man them who score faster. And I'm saying that Bryan Lara would have scored faster than Chris Gayle would have scored faster than Bryan. So if you see them two man they are come through the gate now, who you are gonna give me? Let me see if you're consistent.
But it's not only about fast alone. You don't finish here my argument.
Oh, it's one now.
You have other tangibles.
Like what?
About like how Bryan Lara bat with the tail end more better than with any other batsman you can think of.
Oh, so you go and pick Bryan because he bat better with the tail.
Right, Bryan Lara will use a tail ender, for instance, if you want to win a match. Yeah. And I say, Curtly Ambrose come in. Bryan Lara will use Curtly Ambrose and win a match.
How often? All right, fine. How often? Hey, coach. Lord, coach, me hear you. How often did Bryan Lara use the tail to win a test match? Tell me 3 times that he did that. Just 3. He did it with Courtney Walsh at least 3 times already. No. Hey. I'm me I talk to now, you know. I'm me this now, you know. Yeah. He did it in Barbados against Australia when he made that 153. Tell me 2 other occasions when Bryan batted with the number 11 and win a test match. Help me, do.
He did it. I think I can't remember the name,
you can't remember.
He did it also with Curtly Ambrose.
No. That Curtly Ambrose was the same game, brother. Same game. Curtly make 20. Curtly make 28, and Chinks a ball got 3rd step. Me and Curtly talk about it in person. Same game. So your argument about that Bryan will bat with the tail and win some games, my boss.
But between Bryan Lara bat with the tail end better than any other batsman.
No. But I'm saying he did it to win some games, and I'm not sure how many games you were doing.
I never do a research on it, but if I go and do a research on it, I can come back and tell you. But those are some of the tangibles.
Oh, so you're going to pick a man over a man now. All right, Shiv didn't bat so well with the tail.
No.
And let's say Carl Hooper batted better with the tail than Shiv. Who are you going to choose if you had to choose one of these two to play a test match?
What you're going to do, you're going to throw everything into a mix.
Oh, no.
You're going to throw who bat with the tail well, a little of the average in it.
Oh, average starting in
how fast the batsman can bat. Understand me? And you have to throw the opponent in it too as well.
No, man, let me throw the opponent. Me throw the opponent.
The strength of your team as well. You have to throw all of that in it. And Lara was under more pressure than Steve Smith. Steve Smith's team was more stronger than Bryan Lara team.
Hold on now.
Lara always under pressure.
Hold on, my boss.
They put a Lara in a Steve Smith team.
Right.
And an Australia team that Steve Smith is batting now. Lara would average way more because he
Hold on. Hey. Hold on now. This is Orille Higgins, my boss.
I know.
Don't just come on those settings, unless you can't back them up, else you're going to look at way up on the radio. You get what I'm saying to you now?
Come on.
All right. So you said Bryan Lara was playing in a far worse team than Steve Smith.
Right.
And therefore, him runs them this and pressure that. It's not a bad argument in theory, you know. It's so nice as a West Indian to say that, that's all. But remember, me I talk to now. You know about me, my boss?
Yeah, I'm listening all the while, man.
All right, you listen to me all the while. So guess what we are going to do now?
I'm here to talk all the while.
Guess what we are going to do now? Guess what we are going to do now? We are going to find out what percent of West Indies score did Bryan used to make. Right? You follow me, I said to you now?
Yeah, you're saying it. Yeah, I hear you.
So we want, in order to find out how important Bryan Lara's runs were relative to Theme Team, we are going to find out what percentage of runs did Bryan used to score Theme Team, and what percent Steve Smith used to score, and see if there was no world difference, no huge difference, right?
Yeah, so you can do that research right now?
Right now, I can't do that to you, man. You know, so the thing, man. Steve Smith gone 8,000 runs, 8,161 runs for Australia. Oh. He has scored 16.8% of his team's runs. 16.8%, right? Oh. All right, so let us find out Bryan Lara's huge difference in terms of important percentage runs to FEAM team. Just to make your argument look big. Okay? Because that don't have now the importance of the run. So make we go to the great Bryan Lara.
Tangibles. You call it tangibles.
Yeah, man.
Where you don't pick up in
where you don't pick up in other stats. Alright. No, is that
tangibles.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So Steve Smith scores 16.8% time team runs, right? Bryan Lara, who was under so much more pressure than Steve Smith, scored 18.8% of his team runs. In other words, the difference in percentage of teams' runs between Lara and Steve Smith is less than 2%. So while Lara
still higher than Steve Smith.
No. But you are making a monument out of a 2% difference.
It's not only a monument. I'm just putting in some tangibles.
The point I'm making to you,
more than one tangible.
The point I'm making to you is that Steve Smith's runs and the importance of his runs to his team was not far apart from a Bryan Lara. In other words, Steve Smith's runs, my boss, are almost as valuable to FEAM team as Lara's runs to FEAM. 16.8 to 18 point little bit. It's not like Bryan was scoring 30% of the West Indian runs. You get the point? You get the point.
I get the point.
The point is that the argument about Lara's importance of him runs, you never realize that Steve Smith run them almost as important for Australia. What I say the difference is 18 point little to 6, or 18 point high to 16 point high. 2%. So you know what 2% mean? If Lara runs them, if Lara go make 19 out of him team's runs, Steve Smith are going to make 17.
That is one part of the tangible.
But me that's the make So when Lara, hold on. Hey, hold on. Bibbs used to say percent Orille means per 100. So Lara on average would score 19 for every, let's round it off. Lara would score 19 for every 100 runs West Indies made. Steve Smith would score 17 to every 100 that Lara made. So the argument that Lara was hugely more important to his team's cause.
Just focus on that.
Oh, I'll focus on some other thing.
That is one tangible. Okay. And Lara is ahead on that tangible.
But Steve Smith is 10 runs away in the average tangible, mother. But make we leave it there. Some other calls to come. Our people, some of them couldn't know, you know. And me, when I come on the radio, doesn't make sense. Don't just come and oh no, have me for David, and it will get wicked out. God, a little lady that don't a client and who used to say, Orille don't bramble out the callers. Maybe in soft pound for the last 4 months, you know. Because you never hear me did sound docile. Because she said me that, you know, Orille don't show them up like that. My mother was like that. She can't tell me that again. So them look a full narrative here we to have and think couldn't score points. Oh Lord, look how important the most of the cars. 19 per every 100 runs. Steve Smith is 70. Not much difference, but Steve Smith is 10 runs away in average. Okay? So if you compare average, if you do that combination of average and importance to team, one man is 10 runs away on average, Bryan is 2% away in terms of runs important. Which side are not going to come down on? You're not going to tell me era. Well, work with era. Don't tell me not about Chris Gayle or Cleveland Davidson. I work with then. Anyone on the third Makajuku. Boom. Remember me out that year. Hello? Who we have now?
Abel.
Yes.
Good afternoon.
Metro.
Yeah, man, you alone at studio today.
Yeah, Zidane gone to the Dintil CC game.
Oh, but Abel.
Come good now. Metro, me, I tell you, come good now.
Yeah, man, you said you never I come with sarcasm.
Yeah.
When you mention the goose and the man there, I would agree with you. But I know sarcasm you come with you.
So you agree it's a goose better than Bryan?
Could be because you know a man that
No, man, I don't want you to tell me about could be, you know. Just tell me, say, I go to
yeah,
Bryan.
man, me feel so, man. Yeah, man, you have a feeling. Because, listen, a man that face Roberts, Holding, Garner, Kraft, Marshall, and them man there.
Yes.
I make 47, come up with an average of 47. Most better than a man will come out with a 50-something.
Against everybody else. I agree.
So, most come out better with a man. Most come out with better because at 12 runs different.
Right,
against them, the man, there, no, man.
Yeah, man. I agree. I agree with you. So, Gooch, but that better than Lara. And, who else? Check Mike getting on them and the two. What is Smith them name too?
Robin Smith and all them, man. When you look on them, man, they play fast bowling, you know.
Yeah.
And when you look on Lara play real, genuine fast bowling. I'm not talking about medium pace, I know.
Yeah.
Not about real fire fast.
No, man, you don't have to embellish. Just say Robin Smith better than Bryan Lara. Just say that now.
Yeah, man.
They're not that with Bay. Them call
it better than Bryan Lara, man. Bryan Lara, apart from Shane Warne and McGrath and all them, man. Obviously, Mr. McGrath bought some ball. Mr. McGrath go for them and Lara in one fight and McGrath, you know.
You're consistent. Hey, I learn something from them callers that today. Robin Smith bigger than Bryan, so is Graham Gooch then. But Bryan bigger than Steve Smith. So
no, Bryan, you say Bryan and Steve Smith now?
No, man, Steve Smith can't. Steve Smith
not think so. Alright, but me tell you when me that judge the two of them off now. If me look on the two of them a bat, you see? And me look on Bryan again, say probably alright, so you have Ambrose and Walsh and them man, they are both to Steve Smith. And me look on Lara approach them man there.
Yeah.
It to me that there's hardly any difference, you know. Because in the two of them techniques when they play them type of fast bowling, you know.
Oh.
So I don't know if I put my neck out to say Steve Smith better than Lara better than Steve Smith, you know.
Oh. But you know Graham Gooch and Robin Smith them better than Lara.
Yeah, the type of bowling them on the face, man. Right. Fire them on the face, you know.
Alright, so guess what? Them can't cost me, you know. You say so, and me. Big up yourself.
Fire them on the face, you know, man. Fire.
Then you don't have to overstate. You make your case. Yeah, man.
No, but me I tell you, man. Let me say something. I'm out there.
Yeah.
You know, me there somewhere in a park and sit at a ball and so me used to play a little cricket. I'm afraid when this the man them out there play against Pato, you know.
Me know the era. Yeah, you know if you tell about era, me know.
The man, he a fire, you know, man.
Metro, me say me know the era, so Cleveland Davis, them are bigger about them for Chris Gayle, them too, because era, them man, they face some bigger thing than them man, no, them cricket.
No, well, every man will play that era, you can't reach.
No, man, the man, they did something, man. Cleveland Davis, them average 30 at for Jamaica, you know, while Chris Gayle, them average.
I will get average.
40 at for Jamaica.
All Mark Nita face some. Mark Nita face against
big man, Mark Nita strong era 80s. So Mark Nita them not big about for Chris Gayle them. We not have grown. Era. All right, so you know cricket. Big up yourself.
All right, sir. Good.
Yeah, what a peaceful program we have today, man. Program nice and peaceful. But I get the point. All right, next call. John.
Hello.
Yes, John.
Yeah, man.
What you say?
Tell me something. The Graham Gooch average, is it against the West Indies or all time?
I think he have a 40 average against West Indies.
A 40 average against West Indies?
Right.
All right, cool. Tell me something. Is that back, you say Niketa Miller is to Jamaica based on performance?
No.
As a bowler?
No, man.
Based on his...
Be careful what you say, because we now work with the misquoting this year.
If I'm wrong, you tell me.
Right.
I gather, so I never say you say. I gather from what you said that Niketa Miller's figures for Jamaica, right, as a bowler,
yes,
would be compared to Morris Foster's figure to Jamaica as a batsman.
It's similar ballpark.
Right.
Yeah.
So therefore, if Morris
probably Niketa would probably even come out more impressive, but them kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So if Morris, Foster, and Lawrence Rowe for Jamaica now, you have one name.
No, well, tell me what Lawrence Rowe performance was for Jamaica.
No, you wouldn't know. May I ask?
No, me have to go for the stats though.
Yeah, you can go for it after. But I'm saying to you, you know about wavelines, but you don't know about Lawrence Rowe.
No, because it's something you have to research, you know. It's not just easy to sell it.
Yes.
Right.
So you research wavelines and you know Foster's we used to call him Shell Shield Guinea Gap.
Yeah, man.
Right. So him cool. So I am putting it to you based on Foster's stats. I'm aluminum no Lawrence stats. I'm sure it's far more inferior than Foster. So I'm asking you, what you say of research? If the pick is between Maurice Foster and Lawrence for the Jamaican performance, not West Indies.
Come again.
For Jamaica, man. No, the same way you look at Mikey Holden and Niketa Miller. I am looking at, and you use Foster. I
don't know what Lawrence was stats are for Jamaica.
So you can look at it and then.
All right. So when we look on it, then we can tell.
And I'm saying that one more your answer.
Yeah.
Is if there are two names to be had for Jamaica, I make that clear because you said that was what you're alluding to with Niketa Miller.
Yeah.
And Foster and Lawrence Rowe, you have to choose between them. Which one of them for Jamaica would you?
Then me have to go find out what Lawrence did for Jamaica.
All right, and then
and if I find out that Lawrence if I'm saying using Jamaican performances,
yes.
If I find out that Maurice averaged 10, 12, 15 more runs for Jamaica than Lawrence Rowe did, then is Maurice Foster me I use given that metric.
Okay.
But if the metric is don't just stop at them perform. They make the point. Hey, no can bully me this year. The lady will listen and tell me. But make the point. Me I get paid for saying what me I say. That's why the boss rate.
You know if show.
No, me not show, but you cut me.
Man, you sound like you get flustered. Man.
No man, me can't get flustered by what I said. This is what I do. I'm loving another this. Flustered by who?
No, man.
All right. So here what? All right. So if it is Jamaican performances only, and I find that Maurice averaged 10, 12, 15 more runs than Bryan than Jago. And if we're using Jamaican performance, easy decision to make. That's me.
And then the question would be to what end? Because normally, like I hear you were drawing the illustration about a world team.
Yeah.
Normally, when you look on these levels.
When you name a world team, to what end do you name a world team? Don't stutter now.
Establish who is the best 11 in the world when you name a world team. To my mind, I might be wrong. So when you're naming a world team, to my mind, you're establishing who is the best world 11 that you name. I might be wrong. That might not be your standard. And that is my understanding.
No, but the point that I keep making is not a real game where we are going to play when we pick a world 11.
No, but we're not about real game.
And I'm saying.
It's a world team and them now
they're not going to play in a real match.
Right,
all right, so may I say the best for Jamaica may not be the best from Jamaica. Do you understand that?
But for cricket, it's kind of...
No. Do you, John, you sound like a man who can understand.
No, not John, man.
I know John this.
John.
Do you understand the difference between these two words? The best for Jamaica may not... No. It's, hey, Mr. Mina, make you bully me. Listen to the question. Do you understand the difference between... Hey, listen, me, I go, hey, one thing me I go do, listen.
Go and talk.
All right, well, let me help you then. Since you're not take the question.
Help yourself, man. Help yourself.
There's here are two terms. The best for Jamaica is different from the best from Jamaica.
Yeah.
Now, if I'm picking the best for Jamaica, I may come up with a different thing than the best from Jamaica. Right. Now, if you don't get it, some other person out here will.
But I want to ask you a question based on that.
All right.
What is the basis then for having two different Jamaica teams?
Because I want to know who are my best performers in a Jamaica shirt, and I want to know who are my best performers by a Jamaican overall.
Yeah, but if you want to know who is the best in a Jamaica shirt when it comes to cricket, the higher level for Jamaica.
I want to make two lists. The best for Jamaica, the best from Jamaica. And see how many of those names would make both lists. Some would, some won't.
That's cool.
All right, so that's cool. I go leave it there.
Respect, man.
All right. That's some basic English right there, people. The best for Jamaica, the best from Jamaica. May not be the same thing. And then now, if you're making one list now, so you compile these two lists. List A, best for Jamaica. List B, best from Jamaica. Then you might find that some names make both lists, and then you might find some names don't. Basic, ordinary, grade 5 reasoning. That's what we'll be doing for a little while. We'll take a break. We're coming back. All right, so we have to leave it to the people. I don't know. I'm telling us said the joke thing not done. The babes used to save some around here. Did you say Orille? Take time with them. Take time. Go easy. She can't tell me that again. Sean and Zidane standing by for the DaCosta Cup coverage. As for me, I run out of here. Join us tomorrow. Same time, same place. Orille Higgins. So